Dear student, today we are going to perform the live experiment of a transistor based Hartley oscillator using analog board with complete explanation. Hartley oscillator, basically the local oscillator, we can say LC oscillator, and it is most widely used in radio receivers. So this is the experiment Hartley oscillator. The aim, study the Hartley oscillator and observe the effect of variation in R and C on oscillator frequency. The apparatus are required here. First one is analog board. The second one is DC power supply, that is plus 12 volt. Third one is oscilloscope, and the last one is 2 mm patch cords. So these apparatus are basically required in the experiment of Hartley oscillator. The basic theory, this Hartley oscillator, as you know, this is the most popular local oscillator, and it is used for radio receiver or radio frequency applications. The circuit was invented in 1915 by American engineer Ralph Hartley. This oscillator uses two inductive coils in series with a parallel capacitor to form its resonance circuit, tank circuit, producing sinusoidal oscillation. So this is the basic circuit diagram of the Hartley oscillator. In this circuit diagram, this is the transistor Q1. These are the resistance R1 and R2. This is the RFC coil, and this is the resistance RE. This is capacitor CE. This is the output capacitor C out, and this is input capacitor, and this is your tank circuit. It is basically consists with two inductor and one capacitor. So this in this Hartley oscillator, here these resistance R1, R2 and RE, these are providing the necessary bias condition for the circuit. The capacitor CE, this one, provides AC ground, thereby providing any signal degeneration. It also provides temperature stabilization. The capacitor C in and C out are used to block DC and to provide an AC path. Here the reactance of this RFC coil becomes very large in high frequency applications, thus can be considered as open circuited, while it exhibits almost zero reactance in DC condition. So how this oscillator work? So here this is the working of the Hartley oscillator. When the plus VCC supply is applied to the circuit, then collector current starts increasing and the capacitor in the tank circuit starts charging. As we know that the capacitor stores charge in the form of the electric field, therefore the capacitor continues its charging until it gets fully charged. Once the capacitor is fully charged, then it starts discharging through inductor L1 and L2. This discharging of the capacitor results in charging of the inductor. So as we know that the inductor stores the charge in the form of the magnetic field, so the complete discharging of the capacitor will automatically cause the charging of the inductor and vice versa. So this continuously charging and discharging of the capacitor will provide the sine waveform at the output. So this is the basic working, and as you know, according to the Barkhausen criteria in oscillator principle, there will be the total phase shift will be required is 360 degree. So how to fulfill the criteria? In this Hartley oscillator circuitry, the transistor Q1 provides 180 degree phase shift and the another 180 degree phase shift is provided by the tank circuit. So as you know, in this circuit here, this is your transistor, so this provide the 180 degree phase shift, and this tank circuit is also provide the 180 degree phase shift. So according to the Barkhausen criteria, the total phase shift is 360 degree. So this is the essential condition of oscillation, and how to calculate the resonant frequency, or we can say frequency of oscillation in this circuit. So the formula to calculate the oscillation frequency in Hartley oscillator, that is 1 upon 2 pi root under L equivalent into C. So over here the L equivalent is equal to L1 plus L2 plus 2M, where the L equivalent is the total inductance of the coil in the tank circuit. So here in practical circuit, if L1 equal to L2 equal to L and the mutual inductance are neglected, then the frequency of its oscillation will be, you can calculate using this 1 upon 2 pi root under L1 plus L2 into C. So this is the basic circuit diagram of the analog board, and over here this is your Hartley oscillator circuit, and this is your transistor, and these are the resistance as we discussed in the above circuit diagram, and this is the coupling capacitor RC, this is the resistance RE, this is the capacitor CE. So this is the analog board diagram, and here there are the inductance L1 and L2. The other inductance are available over here. You can choose any two in this circuit diagram. So this is the complete circuit diagram, and how to connect these supply voltages. So in your live experiment here, this is your Hartley oscillator circuitry, and this is the analog board, and in this circuit here you can perform the experiment like this. Here the 12 volt supply, as you can see over here, first you have to apply the 12 volt DC power supply at their indicated position, and the ground terminal also connect over here, and now connect these inductors like this, and the another inductor like this, and then connect the output terminal of this gate to the CRO using BNC to crocodile probe. So this is your BNC to crocodile probe, and you can connect this BNC to crocodile probe. This is your output terminal, so you have to connect like this, and this is your ground terminal, and this is used for the ground, so you have to connect like this, and then now your circuitry is ready. So you can now switch on the, this is your circuit, this circuit is ready. So now switch on the power supply, and here now you can check your output on the CRO. So after connecting all the connections, you can check the output on the CRO. So this is the output. As you can see over here, these are this is your perfect output, and this is in perfect sine wave form. So you can measure the output waveform and time period also. So you can calculate the time period like this. So over here you can calculate the time period, and here the time base is 1 microsecond. So you can calculate the time period, and the scale is 1.8. So in this, after performing the obtaining the output waveform, you can calculate the practical frequency as well as theoretical frequency. So first you have to calculate the theoretical frequency. So your theoretical frequency is, how to calculate the theoretical frequency. So you can calculate the resonant frequency, or we can say oscillation frequency. So this is the formula, and in according to this formula you can calculate the oscillation frequency. So this is after calculating, this is 1.396 megahertz. So in that circuit diagram, the L1 inductor is 1.2 microhenry, and L2 is 12 microhenry, and the capacitor is equal to 1 nanofarad. This is the procedure. According to this procedure, you can perform your experiment with the help of this analog board. And in this board, because we are considering over here this L1 and L2, so this L1 is 1.2 microhenry, and this L2 is 12 microhenry. So after considering this, and this is your capacitor C, that is 1 nanofarad. So this complete circuit is formed as a tank circuit. So these are the values of 2 inductor and capacitor. So using 2 inductor and 1 capacitor, you can calculate the resonant frequency. So this is 1.396 megahertz. Now calculate the practical frequency. How to calculate the practical frequency? As we have already performed the live experiment, so using the output waveform we can find out the total time period. So this is your time period T, and there is the horizontal distance on screen is 1.8, and the time base is 1 microsecond. So this is your 1.8 microsecond, and then you can calculate the practical frequency. So f is equal to 1 upon T, as you know. So you can calculate the practical frequency, and this is after calculating the practical frequency is 0.555 megahertz. So this is your practical frequency. So now you can calculate the percentage error with the help of this formula: theoretical frequency minus practical frequency upon theoretical frequency into 100%. So after calculating, the theoretical frequency is 1.396, as you have already calculated. We have already calculated this theoretical frequency. So this is your theoretical frequency, 1.396 megahertz. So this is your theoretical frequency minus practical frequency, that is 0.555 upon 1.396. So the percentage error is over here, after calculating, this is 0.6%. So according to this procedure, you can perform your circuitry, Hartley oscillator circuitry, using analog board. Thank you for watching.